Yeah, welcome back. Welcome back to this lecture series on data structures. Right. So in this particular lecture, I'm going to introduce you another linear data structure called queues. Okay. So in this, you will learn what is queue and what are the applications of queues and how to implement them. Okay. And what is the significance of these queues in computer science? Those things you will learn. Okay. So let me show you the presentation first. Set slides. Yeah. Okay. So the next data structure that we are going to talk about is the queue data structure. QADT, generally we call it as QADT. So in this lecture, we are going to learn the basic terminology and the basic definitions of this particular data structure. Then the operations that we can perform on queues and the different types of queues that we have and their applications and their implementation. Okay, this is the presentation outline. Now, let us look at the definition of the queue. Okay, I think you might have already learned about this. Queue is something called a linear data structure. Okay, in computer science, a queue. Still, some people are joining. A queue is a particular kind of abstract data type or a collection in which the entities in the collection are kept in order and the principal operations on the collection or the addition of entities to the rear terminal position known as NQ and the removal of entities from the front terminal position known as TQ. This is the classical uh, definition, okay, there in the Wikipedia, okay, but let me give you my own way of defining the queues. Okay, my own definition. Okay, queue is pretty simple. It's a linear data structure. Okay, in which the insertions are performed at one end and the deletions are performed at the other end. Okay, okay, it is something uh, like an array. Let us consider this. So let us consider this one. Okay, so if you want to insert anything, we'll insert from this end. Okay, and if you want to remove anything, we'll remove from this end. Okay, remove or delete. Okay, basically it's a linear data structure in which the insertions are performed at one end and the deletions are performed at the other end. Okay, these are the only two possible operations that we can perform on queues. Okay, insertions and deletions. Insertions must be performed at the one end, the deletion must be performed from the other end. Okay, so you cannot perform the insertions and remove deletions from the same end as we did with the stacks case. In stack, both the operations, insertions and deletions, both are performed from the same end. Okay, so that is not okay, right? Insertions will be done at one end and the deletions are done from the other end. Okay, usually the end at which we perform insertions are said to be rear end. Okay, and the deletions, the end at which we perform deletions are said to be front end. Okay, front end, right? Okay, so basically it is a list of elements in which if you want to add a new element into the list, all that you can do is you have to add at the end of the list. Okay, if you want to delete, if you want to remove an element from the list, you have to do it from the front. Okay, okay, that is what we call queue. Okay, so it is often known as, known as first in first out, first in first out, P4, or first come first serve. Okay, I can tell you a small example. Like if you compare, like when you are in your hostel, if you go to your mess, okay, then you will form a queue, no, while taking your plates for having, uh, in order to have your dinner or lunch. First you need to take your plate, no. Those who come first will take the service first. That means you will get the your meal first. Okay, that's simple. Okay, those who come first will get their service first. Okay, that is why it is called first come first serve or first in first out. So ఎవరైతే ముందు క్యూలో ఉంటున్నారో those will get the service first. Okay, ఎవరైతే చివర్లో వస్తున్నారో వాళ్ళు those will get their service after getting the, after I mean all the, the front end, once the front end elements finishes the job, then only they will get serviced. Okay, so that is before, or FCFS, first in first out or first come first serve. Okay, so there are plenty of applications of this particular queue data structure. In queue data structure, like let me give you a small example. There is something called instruction pipeline. Instruction pipeline. Okay, say suppose you have written a beautiful program which contains 10 instructions. Let us assume. Okay, usually what happens is these 10 instructions, all the instructions will be executed in sequence, unless until there is a branching or conditional statements. Okay, so let us assume, for time being, let us assume all the sequence are all the instructions are executed in sequence. Okay, let us assume there is no conditional statements or branching statements. Okay, so if that is the case, this statement will be executed first, then followed by this, then followed by this, then followed by this. Okay, then followed by this, then followed by this, like this. That means we cannot execute this third statement first, then the first statement, or the third statement, or the fifth statement, or the last statement. Okay, we have to follow some certain order. Okay, right? So this is what we called instruction queue. Instruction queue. Instruction queue. Okay, so it is one such important component in the scheduling process. While executing your instructions, uh, they must be put into a queue. Okay, first statement will be executed first, then the next statement. Okay, the CPU will fetch the instructions from the instruction queue. Okay, once they are getting to the RAM, they will be put into an instruction queue. Okay, in that order only they will be executed. Right? So the same thing is applicable for any any multiprocessing jobs. Like in nowadays, computers are doing multiprocessing jobs. No, multiprocessing jobs. More than one process can be executed simultaneously. If that is the case, what we have to do? They will follow something called round robin algorithm. Okay, first they will execute the first task for some period of time, then it will pick the next job. Okay, it will be executed, the second job will be executed for the same time quantum. Again it will go for the third job, it will apply the same quantum of time. Again it will perform the same job. Okay, once it is done, it will come back to the first job again, then second job, apply the same quantum of time. Okay, like that. This is what we call round robin. Okay, if you want to trace the jobs in round robin method, they must be put into a queue, round robin queue. Okay, So there are plenty of such applications, right? There is something called priority queues in computer science, which has a lot of importance in something called, say suppose you have three jobs, you have submitted three jobs, job one, job two, job three. Okay. So in general, what happens is the first job will be executed first, then followed by the next job, followed by the third job. But in some cases, we need to prioritize the things. Like let us assume third job is the highest precedence job. That means we have to do it immediately. Okay. Otherwise, what happens? Uh, it will be executed last, but we want to perform that job first. Okay. If that is the case, what we'll do is we will execute this first. Okay. Then the next highest precedence job, that is say 2 or 1. Okay. That is what we call priority queue. Priority queue. Okay. We can arrange the queue elements in such a way that they're based on their priority levels. Okay. If a particular job is having highest precedency, then that will be performed first. Okay. Then the next highest precedence level job will be performed next, like that. Okay. That is a special kind of queue. Okay. We will talk more about the priority queues when we are discussing the non-linear data structures. Okay. So let us move to the next content. Okay. So here is an example. It is basically, it is a restricted list, first in first out. We often call it as first in first out, FIFO, and sometimes we will call it as first come first serve, FCFS. Okay. In queues, generally we will be having two ends. We'll call them as front end and back end, or front end and rear end. Okay. So the operations that we can perform on these are NQ and DQ. NQ is the operation called insertion operation. Okay. And DQ is the deletion operation. Okay. So these are the terms we are using with respect to the queues. NQ means inserting an element into the queue. DQ means deleting an element from the queue. And DQ, okay, DQ, this DQ is different from DQ, the previous one. Okay. This DQ is double-ended queue. Double-ended queue is a special kind of queue in which both the insertions and deletions can be performed from either end, either from the back end or from the front end. Okay. As you can see here, from the back end we are inserting a new element from the back end, and we are removing the existing elements from the front end. Okay. So these are the different types of queues we have. Normal queues. Just now we have seen normal queues in which one end is used for the insertion, the other end is used for the deletion. Okay. Usually the front end is used for the deleting an element, and the rear end is used to insert the new elements. Okay. And there is something called circular queue. Okay. In the circular queue, what happens is there are some problems with the normal queues. In the circular queue, I mean, the rear and front, they're almost they're side by side. Okay. So this is a special kind of queue. In order to overcome the problems with the normal queue, we will go for the circular queues. That we will discuss more on this in the next coming lectures. And just now I told you, double-ended queues. Double-ended queue is something in which you can perform both the operations, insertions and deletions, from either end, from the front end or the back end. Okay. And there is something called priority queues. In the priority queues, the normal operations can be performed. I mean, the insertions and deletions are performed based on the priorities of the elements. Okay. So we will stop here, and we'll continue in the next class. If you have any questions or queries, you can ask now. So that is all about the kinds of queues. We'll discuss more on this as we are running short of the time, and we'll stop here. We'll wait for 5 more minutes. If you have any doubts, you can ask now.
Sir, PPT, sir.
PPTs I will share you. Okay, no problem.
Okay, sir.
You just create one group mail ID,
Okay, sir.
common group mail
Yes,
ID.
sir. Yes,
So
sir.
okay. And moreover, I'm going to put these lecture videos in my YouTube channel. If you want, you can subscribe and you can watch. Okay, as and when you have leisure time, you can watch these recordings.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Any doubt? Any doubt?